Hey everybody. So we have some retirement news to get to here. This is pretty big news today. One of my all-time favorite players in NHL history, Jarome Iginla, is announcing his retirement on Monday. Um, Iginla didn't play last season. He couldn't find a contract or a team to play for. So a full year out of NHL action now, and he's hanging up the skates. Iginla is a first ballot Hall of Famer in my book. One of my favorite players ever, like I said. Um, he's closing the book on a 20 plus year NHL career and an incredible career, to say the least. Iginla was drafted actually by Dallas in 1995. A lot of people don't realize that because he never played for Dallas. He made his NHL debut in 1996-97 season with the Calgary Flames and played for the Flames all the way through 2013. He spent most of his career with the Flames and is obviously best known as being a Calgary Flame. At the trade deadline of the 12-13 season, he was traded to Pittsburgh because it was time to get him a Stanley Cup. He went to the Stanley Cup in 2004 with the Flames, but they lost to Tampa Bay. So up to that point, he had never had a Stanley Cup. They traded him to Pittsburgh at the end of 2013 to try and get him a Stanley Cup. Pittsburgh didn't win the Cup that year. The next season, 2013-14, he signed with Boston, again trying to win a Stanley Cup. He didn't get it that year. He spent the next few years in Colorado, where they were never even really close to a Stanley Cup. And then finally he went to the LA Kings at the end of the 2017 season to try and to get one last shot at a Stanley Cup. He didn't win it there. Jarome Iginla is one of the best players in NHL history to never win a Stanley Cup. It's the big piece missing from his career and all the things that he's done: the gold medals, World Cup of Hockey, championships in junior, Memorial Cup. He's done everything except win a Stanley Cup, and now he will never win a Stanley Cup, at least as a player. I don't know what his plans are now as far as his future goes. Does he go into coaching? Does he go into scouting? Does he go into management? I have no idea if he has any plans as far as that's concerned, if he's going to stay in hockey or if he's going to go do something else altogether, if he's just going to ride off into the sunset. I don't know. He still has a chance if he goes into something with a team to get his name on the Stanley Cup, but he will never win a Stanley Cup as a player, and he is absolutely one of the best players to ever play in the NHL to not win a Stanley Cup. As you can see, his career numbers are fantastic. He played over 1,500 games, 1,554 to be exact, 625 goals and 675 assists for exactly 1,300 points, plus 30 in the plus-minus department, and that number got decreased a lot in his last few years in Colorado, where he was a heavy minus because Colorado really stunk and everyone was a heavy minus. And over 1,000 penalty minutes, 1,040 to be exact. Iginla is the definition of a power forward. If you follow this channel or know the kind of hockey I enjoy, you know why I like Jarome Iginla so much. He was a guy who could score 30, 40 goals a year, even 50 at some points, and also play physically, throw big hits, get in on the forecheck, and drop the gloves when needed. Obviously, his most famous fight was in the Stanley Cup final against Tampa Bay in 2004 when he fought Vinny LeCavalier. He was always willing to do whatever it took to win. Very, very physical player, great leader. He was the captain for all those years in Calgary for a reason. Just incredibly tough player and an incredibly skilled player as well, and he really was the total package. He could play any style of hockey that you wanted, and that made him one of the best players in the whole league for a while. He was incredible, and I'm sad that he never has won a Stanley Cup, but even without the Stanley Cup, he is first ballot Hall of Fame, absolutely without a doubt. No one in Calgary is ever going to wear number 12 again. That there is no doubt about that. His number will be hanging from the rafters in Calgary very, very soon. He's retiring as a Calgary Flame, as that makes the most sense, obviously, given he spent a large majority of his career there, and he is still a hero to many people in Calgary. Just a beloved player, and really one of the best of an entire generation. And he is certainly one of my favorites. I just loved everything about him. Watching him on a nightly basis that one year in Boston that he played was incredible. He had 30 goals that year. He also had 6 fights that year. He was just the ultimate, total package hockey player to watch. Someone who gave you a great offense, was a really skilled top 6 forward, and also gave you tons of physicality and willingness to drop the gloves. I love Jarome Iginla, and I'm sad that his career is coming to an end, but he's obviously 20 plus years in the NHL is a long, long time, and he certainly has every right to hang up the skates at this point. He was never going to get an NHL contract again. But incredible career, and this closes the books on a Hall of Fame career without a doubt. One of the best players of this entire generation of NHLers, and definitely one of the absolute best NHL players to never win a Stanley Cup. So congratulations on retirement to Jarome Iginla. Just one of my favorites, and I'm sad to see him go. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Check out offthewallhockey.com and Off the Wall Hockey social media pages. All those links in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.